Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for those of you that have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And as always, if you find the information that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. Now, our topic for you today, it's 10 reasons your gym needs a marketing plan. 10 reasons your gym needs a marketing plan. What you don't want to do is you don't want to simply wing it. Okay, strategize this and have a plan. Let's talk about some steps that you can take. Let's talk about some things that you can do. Let's talk about some of the benefits, of having this marketing plan. So here's number one. It forces you to think. You've got a marketing plan of action that we need to put together. It's going to force you to think. And quite frankly, this is one of the biggest challenges of this. When we have clubs, put together that plan of action, put together the marketing plan of action, and we'll go through kind of the basics of what that might consist of. And it looks pretty simple, and it is, okay? But almost every case, they'll come back and say, wow, that was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And the reason I think that it is that we're not used to thinking this through. We're used to simply reacting. Okay, we're used to kind of handling. When you start to think it through based on certain criteria and things we're looking to do, it becomes a little more challenging. So it's going to force us to think. Number two, a plan's going to help us create a set of measurable goals. Okay, so we want to create some measurable goals on what we're trying to accomplish. One of the things that I always like to do on this is I want to do the math. Okay, and so if I want to do, let's say I want to do 100 sales this month. Okay, what's the easiest way to do 100 sales? Well, maybe get 200 people to walk in the front door if we're selling half of them that come in. Get 200 people to come in the front door. Now, what are the steps I'm going to have to take to do that? Break it down per day. What's that going to take to get that done? So it's going to help you set some very measurable goals of what you're trying to accomplish. Number three, when you start to do this, it's going to be very motivating for your company. One of the things that I always find to be true, like this marketing plan, this can be high level. This can be an ownership level, field marketing rep level, can be management level, it can be salesperson level. You might do your own weekend manager level. Okay, this can be done at all levels. Okay, and should be really. But what happens is it's going to be very motivating, because what happens when you start to write this down, you start to think this through, and you start to plan it. It really does give you a sense of having control over what's about to happen. Okay, so it's a very motivating thing when we start to do this. We're no longer really that victim of circumstance. There's no longer, oh, I didn't get any phone inquiries today. Oh, no one walked in. Okay, we're not really dependent upon that if we're really producing and putting this marketing plan of action together. Number four, for a marketing plan, it's going to help you organize your time and your priorities. Okay, so if you've got this marketing plan together, and this is a working, breathing, living document that you're using every single day, this is going to help you organize your time and prioritize what needs to get done, because this is what's going to drive everything else. Everything else you do in your gym is really going to come from this marketing plan, because sales and all of that really is the oxygen for your business. It's what keeps it alive. It's what keeps it growing. And so we're going to have to drive traffic to keep that oxygen going that allows us to give that member service, help members get the results they're looking for, and everything else. So this is really going to help you organize your time. It's really going to help you set priorities, and really going to direct you every day on what needs to be done. Number five, a marketing plan, it can get you money. Okay, let me tell you what I mean by that. And this is for you folks that are already in business, okay, and for folks that are new as well. But, for folks that are already in business, one of the things that I always suggest, we're always looking for funding, okay, whether it's private investors, it's banks and, loan companies and things like this. We're always looking, and they're always going to want to see, show me your marketing plan. Show me how you're going to get people in. Because, the biggest challenge that independent business has, every gym out there virtually has this as an issue that's an independent gym, is nobody knows who you are. And those that do, they don't have you at top of mind. And so, you're showing investors, hey, here's how we're going to avoid that becoming a problem for us. This can be a beneficial thing for you to help you get additional funding, get more people in. It can also help you if you're looking to get sponsors. You want title sponsors of your business. You want to sponsor your free weight room. You want sponsors and advertisers for your front desk, for your website. This marketing plan is going to go a long ways toward that, because what are all those companies looking for? They're looking for more people to see and get impressions of their business. Okay, so it can get you more money. Okay, number 6, a plan is going to put everybody on the same page. Okay, and this is one of the great benefits of having this marketing plan of action. Everyone's working with the same idea in mind. Here's how we're going to do this. Here's our strategy on referrals, on point of sale referrals, on floor referrals. Here's how we're going to handle our alumni, our former members. Here's our inactive members. Here's how we're going to handle this. Here's our corporate strategy. Here's how that's going to be handled. This starts to put everybody on the same page, everybody working in that same direction. Okay. Number 7, you'll spend your money more wisely. Okay. And most clubs have a budget. If you don't, certainly you want to get one. But we have a budget, and the best example I can give, I remember we had a client a few years back that the best this place had ever done is a big club. It's like maybe 60,000 square feet, and the best they'd ever done was maybe 75 sales in a month, which is well short of what they needed to do. And we got in there and we had success, and I think that first month we had 212 sales, so did really well, and that success continued. And I'll never forget, in reviewing their information a few months down the road, they had an additional, above and beyond what they normally spend, they had an additional, $5,000 that had been allocated, okay, for marketing. And when we were discussing that, I'd made the suggestion, hey, there's really no reason to spend that. We don't need to spend that money. When that budget was put together, that was under some different understandings of production. We've got referral productions going strong. We've got point of sale referrals going strong. We've got corporates going strong. Let's don't spend it. Okay, so when you start to put this together, you start to work this, you're going to understand this better, because what I like to see you do is do more with less. I mean, you could get an effective, $20,000 budget every month for close to nothing other than your time and effort to do it. And there's an awful lot of things you can do. And as a matter of fact, this would be a good time to mention it. Click the link below. We are offering a free strategy call. It's 45 minutes, but first come, first serve, based on just availability of time. But we are offering a free strategy call if you're interested in something like that. Want to talk about some things that you can do and some ways that you can potentially grow your business. Hit that link up, and I look forward to chatting with you. Okay. Number 8 on our list, putting this marketing plan together, it'll put you in a position to be more proactive as opposed to reactive. And what's reactive? Reactive, we're just kind of waiting for things to happen, waiting for the phone to ring, waiting for people to walk in, waiting for people to come up and tell us they want to buy. Proactive, here's all the things we need to do. Now every day, we're being proactive. We're doing outreach to generate traffic, to generate impressions, to get people to know who we are. Okay, it's one of the great benefits of this, because anytime we get reactive, we just sit and wait for it. All we're doing is we're really just handling who's interested. And part of this, we're trying to promote and educate a marketplace on how we can solve problems for them and how we can provide solutions. Number 9 on our marketing plan, it provides a reality check between your overall objectives and your marketing strategy. So your overall objectives are, maybe I want to do 100 sales. Well, am I doing enough? Or do my marketing strategies, do they align with someone that's going to do 100 sales? Sometimes, I know when I get a chance to review some of these, they don't always do that. And some folks, they'll say, well, hey, we're doing everything that's in our plan, but we're just not hitting our numbers. But maybe the plan's not big enough. Maybe we're not thinking big enough. Because part of this, when you're looking through any kind of a planning, a business plan, a plan of action, a marketing plan of action, all of this, one of the challenges we have sometimes is we get a small think. And what we want to do is think big, change our think. Doesn't cost us anything Okay, instead of 100 sales, maybe I want 200. Okay, didn't cost anything to do that. And now put together an action plan of what it's going to take to do that. Do the math on it, reduce it to the ridiculous. Now, how's this going to work? And let's go to work and see if we can do it. Okay, and that's one of the great things about this is you really start to look at, okay, here's what the objectives are. Let's look at our strategy. Does it really align? I want to make sure that it does. And then finally, as a result of this marketing plan, you're going to give better member service. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Okay, is you're gonna want to get more point of sale referrals. You're gonna want to get more flow referrals. You're gonna want to get more former members to come in. You're gonna contact more inactive members. You're gonna be working on attrition. All of those things are going to help drive this sales effort. All of these things are going to drive that membership growth, but it won't happen unless you're given superior member service, unless you're really working to create member loyalty, unless you're having regular communications and have regular impressions with your customer. So one of the unthought of benefits sometimes of putting together a marketing plan, you're going to give better member service. So take a look at these things. Which ones can you do? If you're not writing a marketing plan of action, start doing that right now and go back and reduce it to the ridiculous. I want to do 100 sales a month. That means I need to talk to 200 people. How many people a day do I need to talk to? And then now, how do I go about getting those people in and put that strategy together? Again, if you need some help, you want to talk, hit the link below for a free strategy session. Happy to talk with you about that. Otherwise, go to work on it. Please feel free to leave your comments. My email, my numbers in the description below. Feel free to hit me up if you have questions. Let me know how you're doing on it. And we look forward to chatting with you guys real soon. And we'll talk to you on that next video.